Welcome to Breaking News to Trading Moves. Today we're going deep on a product launch that's making quite a bit of noise. Meta's new Ray-Ban smart glasses. You've probably heard the chatter around augmented reality, wearable tech, and this launch, well, it gives us a really interesting way to look at its immediate effects.
It really does. What's fascinating is how just one product can, cause currents across so many different areas.
Yeah.
We're talking tech manufacturing, sure, but also retail, even social media platforms.
Exactly.
We're going to look into that. Who might gain from this and who might face some new hurdles.
Right. So we'll get into the glasses themselves first, what makes them tick. Then we'll look at the companies being talked about as potential, let's call them winners and losers in the market from this, give you the full picture.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's start with the product itself. Meta's new Ray-Ban display glasses. They're priced at $799. And there's a sport version too, the Oakley Meta Vanguard, for $499.
Yeah, and this isn't just about style, is it? These are actually Meta's first consumer smart glasses that have an in-lens display. That's a key difference.
An actual display you can see through the lens.
Exactly. Plus, they come with this thing called a neural band wrist controller for subtle gesture controls. And it's all tightly linked with Meta AI, WhatsApp, Instagram, Messenger. It's an ecosystem play, really.
Okay, that neural band sounds different. Subtle gestures. What does that actually mean for someone wearing them?
Well, think about interacting with your glasses without, big, obvious hand waves or talking out loud. The band is supposed to pick up on really small finger or wrist movements, tiny gestures.
Ah, okay. So less awkward in public.
That seems to be the idea, making it feel more natural for everyday use, messaging, navigation, maybe those live captions they mentioned.
Makes sense. And the rollout, U.S. retail starts September 30th. We're seeing Best Buy, LensCrafters, Sunglass Hut, Ray-Ban stores involved. Pretty wide reach.
Yeah, they're not messing around with just niche tech shops. They want broad distribution. Big box stores, carriers eventually. The whole package, the glasses, the neural band, the $799 price, it's all geared towards getting people to wear these daily, on their face, all the time.
Right, getting that AI integrated into your day. Okay, so let's talk market impact. This kind of launch, it definitely sets things in motion. Some companies are probably well positioned to benefit. Let's look at the potential winners. First up, the obvious one maybe, Meta Platforms, ticker Meta.
Yeah, for Meta, this is pretty straightforward. It's a new hardware revenue stream, of course. But maybe more importantly, it's about getting users deeper into their ecosystem. Meta AI, WhatsApp, Instagram. If people actually start using these daily for messaging, navigation, whatever, it makes those platforms stickier, more central to their lives.
So it's hardware, but also engagement, pushing that whole augmented reality vision forward.
Definitely. It's a step towards making that idea more mainstream, more tangible for consumers.
Okay, then there's EssilorLuxottica, ticker ESLOY. They make Ray-Bans, but they also own stores like LensCrafters and Sunglass Hut.
Right. So they're involved on multiple levels. They've got the brand power with Ray-Ban and the manufacturing, but also the retail outlets. They'll get that initial foot traffic, people wanting to see these things, try them on.
And they can do fittings, maybe sell prescription lenses for them too.
Exactly. Upsell opportunities. It positions their stores as places you go for this kind of high-tech eyewear. Merging fashion and tech right there on the shop floor.
Then there's Qualcomm, ticker QCOM. Where do they fit in?
They make the chip inside. It runs on their Snapdragon AR1 Gen 1 platform.
Ah, so a specialized chip.
Yeah, it's designed specifically for this kind of thing, low power, AR wearables. It's not just a phone chip crammed in. So this launch really helps cement Qualcomm's position in that AR silicon space. If these glasses sell well, Qualcomm sells a lot of chips.
Makes sense. They're providing a key component. What about retail beyond EssilorLuxottica's own stores? Best Buy, ticker BBY, is a launch partner.
Right. Being there on day one is a good spot for Best Buy. They'll likely get dedicated space for demos.
Get people trying them out in the store.
Yeah, attract that early adopter crowd. And then they can sell accessories, maybe offer setup help or support plans. It's extra revenue around the main product.
So good for foot traffic and add-on sales. And finally, Verizon, ticker VZ. They're expected to get distribution soon after launch. How does a carrier benefit?
Well, carriers offer financing, payment plans, maybe bundle deals. Makes that $799 price tag a bit easier to swallow for some people.
Okay, wider access.
And then there's the data aspect. If this on-face AI thing really takes off and people are constantly using AI features through the glasses, that means more data usage, which is, good news for a network carrier like Verizon, plus potentially selling more device add-on plans.
Okay, so that covers some potential winners. But launches like this can also create pressure for others. Let's look at the potential losers. First on the list, Snap, ticker CSNAP.
Yeah, this looks like direct competition for Snap's spectacles. Meta's glasses had that display, plus the built-in Instagram and WhatsApp integration.
So spectacles might get overshadowed.
It's a real possibility. Could draw attention, both from consumers and maybe developers, away from Snap's hardware efforts. Tougher for them to stand out.
What about GoPro, ticker GPRO? Seems like a different market, action cameras.
It is different, but there's some overlap. These Meta glasses offer hands-free point-of-view video capture and, crucially, really easy sharing to Meta's platforms.
So for casual users just wanting to capture and share moments quickly.
Exactly. It might put some pressure on that end of the action cam market. Maybe people think, do I need a separate camera if my glasses can do something similar? Not for the pro users, but the casual ones.
Interesting. Then there's Warby Parker, ticker WRBY. How are they affected?
It's more about foot traffic, at least initially. All the buzz and the demos for these new tech glasses will likely be happening at places like LensCrafters, Sunglass Hut, Best Buy. Those places offering the hands-on experience. So Warby Parker might see, a bit less traffic temporarily while people check out the new Meta glasses elsewhere.
Okay. And Vuzix, ticker VUZI. They're a smaller company focused purely on AR.
That's right. And when a giant like Meta makes a big consumer play like this, it tends to suck up a lot of the oxygen. Mindshare from consumers, attention from the press, and maybe most importantly, developer interest and resources. It can get harder for smaller, specialized AR companies to get noticed or attract developers.
And lastly, Alphabet, Google, ticker GOOGL. That seems broad. How does Meta's launch impact them?
Well, Google doesn't really have a comparable consumer smart glass product right now, at least not one with this kind of integration and push. So Meta is getting out ahead in this specific area of on-face AI hardware. It puts pressure on Google Assistant, on Android, to have a strong answer in the wearable space.
So it's about ecosystem competition again, Meta establishing an early lead in this form factor.
Exactly. Google and others might feel like they're playing catch-up in consumer AR glasses for a while.
So wrapping this up, what's the takeaway for you listening? This Meta launch is a great example of how one new piece of tech can potentially influence a whole range of companies and markets. Understanding these connections, seeing who might benefit and who faces challenges, gives you a valuable perspective on how interconnected these industries really are.
Yeah, looking a bit bigger picture, this isn't just, about selling glasses.
Huh.
It's a significant moment in this move towards integrating AI and augmented reality more directly into our lives. It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? How will these kinds of devices change how we interact with information, with tech, and maybe even with each other down the line?
Definitely something to think about as this all develops. Thanks for joining us on Breaking News to Trading Moves. Disclaimer. Please remember, the information presented in this discussion is purely the opinion of the author and is based solely on the provided material. It should not be considered financial advice or recommendations to buy or sell any securities. Always conduct your own research and consult with a financial professional before making any investment decisions.